Okay, let us see what's on the news. Broken character builds that are a lot of fun. Dragon Ball. Who was the best representation of each Saiyan form? What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Bearded Bear 9000 back for another video. And let me tell you something. Do we have a video today? Super Saiyans. What do you know of them? Now you probably know the most iconic of the Super Saiyan, and that is arguably Goku. Now, depending on who your favorite character is, they'll probably take the cake in that regard. But we have an interesting article here from MSN.com, and they claim Dragon Ball, who was the best representation of each Saiyan form. They claim to be correct on this. At least whoever made this guy or girl or whatever, hater, hater. Oh, hater. He's a hater. Hater Harun Rashid. Okay, probably butchered that, but we're gonna go ahead and look at it. Dragon Ball. Who was the best representation of each Saiyan form? I'm actually very interested to see. So let's go ahead and get into it. Goku is the ultimate representation of the iconic Super Saiyan 1 form in Dragon Ball. First off, first correction, they probably don't mean Dragon Ball literally here, but if they do mean Dragon Ball literally, you already failed. Because Dragon Ball doesn't have this transformation, it's Dragon Ball Z. But I'm assuming this person knows that. Vegeta shines as the best representation of the powerful Super Saiyan Grade 2. Facts. Seeing Gohan stands out as the best representation of the revolutionary Super Saiyan 2 form. Revolutionary? Um, there's an argument to be made for Majin Vegeta here. There's an argument to be made for Goku in the latest series, Dragon Ball Daima. If you've been watching that, and yeah, go ahead and go watch that. I won't spoil anything for you, but yeah, there's definitely some contention for the spot here. I'm definitely going to lean more towards. I'm going to say this, okay? I like Vegeta's representation of the form better. The Majin symbol, the killer instinct, the absolute badassery that Vegeta exudes in Super Saiyan 2, I feel is more iconic. Or not more iconic, but more appealing. Whereas Gohan has the more iconic, the rage boost, scream into Super Saiyan 2, and fight Cell or Super Perfect Cell toward the end. Um, So I will say Gohan has the iconic moment for the transformation. However, I don't think he carries it as well as a Vegeta. I feel like Majin Vegeta carried Super Saiyan 2 so fucking well in that fight between him and Goku, which I 100% enjoyed more than the uh than the Gohan versus Cell, which is a controversial take for a lot of people. Although I do think Gohan versus Cell was a better moment, it's not even an argument for me that Majin Vegeta versus Goku Super Saiyan 2 was the better fight of the two. So, that being said, Super Saiyan transformations are the bread and butter of the Dragon Ball franchise, uh, just for the heroes alone, this series has introduced over a dozen such transformations that have made characters far stronger than they have been before, often coming with interesting designs, special traits, unique blah 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 blah. Okay, before we get into this, there's two forms that, well, one form actually, Super Saiyan Rage. Super Saiyan Rage. If they glaze Trunks for that weak ass, toy selling ass form, then this article automatically falls to a D. The transformation sucks. The way it comes about sucks. You could retcon it by just not watching it ever again. That's how you retcon that transformation. It's horrible. All right. What do we got? Okay, here we go. Due to this, the Super Saiyan forms Dragon Ball are largely shared by multiple characters, but they're often only ones who calls the form their own. So this right here, for the people who are casuals in Dragon Ball, this line, this little statement is specifically for Vegeta. Because when Vegeta first ascends past Super Saiyan, he doesn't call it Super Saiyan Grade 2. He doesn't call it, any sort of scientific name or lame numbered fucking transition. He calls it Super Vegeta. That's what he calls it. He coins it. He's the one who discovered it. He's the one who coins it. Essentially, when a meteor hits the Earth. If you are the one to find it, you're the one who gets to coin that meteor. That's your meteor. You can name it what you want to name it. It's a pretty cool thing. All right, the most obvious pick for the most iconic Super Saiyan 1 in the series has to go to the man who started it all, Son Goku. Right off rip, without getting into any detail, I don't think that anybody has a solid argument for this being anybody else's transformation, to be honest. Uh, the only one who carries Super Saiyan that well is Goku. It's his literal go-to form, which is kind of because like Vegeta doesn't really waste time in Super Saiyan as often as Goku does. Occasionally, we do get a Super Saiyan Vegeta, like for instance in the Broly movie, he did turn Super Saiyan for a fair bit, but then he immediately jumps up to a next transformation. Goku does the exact same thing, but he holds off that Super Saiyan much longer than Vegeta does. Vegeta definitely loses his patience a lot faster. So I'm gonna say I absolutely agree so far. W take. Yeah, definitely. The iconic Super Saiyan form best represented by Goku. I can't agree more. So let's go to the next one. Ooh, the powerful Super Saiyan Grade 2 form best represented by Vegeta. Okay, so this is where people are going to fight about it. There's three people that had this form. There was Trunks, who absolutely took it to its max in with the folly of losing his speed and maneuverability. Goku, who also showed that he could do it, but never actually used it in the Hype-Bola Rhyme Chamber. Uh, so there's that. But obviously, I mean, it's pretty obvious. We got to go Vegeta here. He's literally, if you've been paying attention and you've been watching the show, he has used Grade 2 twice. Once against Cell, the second time against Jiren. Now, a lot of people are going to get confused about that. So wait a minute, but that one's Super Saiyan Blue evolved. Exactly. It's literally Super Vegeta Blue. That's what it is. And that's like canonically what it is. He bulks up and maxes out the power of blue without sacrificing his maneuverability and his speed by maxing out his key control. Because I don't know if everybody knows this, right? But in the actual show series, Goku and Vegeta are right on par with each other as far as finding new ceilings, new alternative ways to use their transformations or find new levels. They're pretty neck and neck on that. Now, in the manga, it is definitely much more heavily on Goku's side. He definitely has a better handle on finding the better way to use his transformations. But well, actually, shit. Hold on. I got it backwards. I got it backwards. I got it backwards. I got it backwards. Everybody's gonna call me a casual for this. It's the other way around. In the anime, Goku is normally the one who is the more adaptive and the more creative when it comes to finding a new level of power. Vegeta is not. In the manga, they are pretty much neck and neck. Vegeta finds a new higher level, then Goku finds a new higher level, then Vegeta finds a new higher level, then Goku finds another. It's much more canonically sound in the manga than it is in the anime. That is one thing they do very poorly, and that's why everybody talks shit about Vegeta. Which is fair. Which is fair. That's how they portrayed him in the anime, so I can't blame people for talking that way. So, back to what we were doing before I went on that rant. The Super Saiyan Grade 2 form, MSN, Game Rant, whatever the fuck this article is. What is it? MSN.com. MSN.com has chosen the Grade 2 form to be represented by Vegeta, and I absolutely agree. So far, two W takes. Oh, it is a Game Rant article. Okay. Okay, Game Rant so far, two W's. Two W's for Game Rant. All right. Let's go on to Super Saiyan 2, best represented by Teen Gohan. If this is your choice, if this is your choice, I am perfectly okay with that. Perfectly okay with that. I'm not gonna dock you for it. It's absolutely epic. Nobody can argue otherwise. It is literally the most iconic of the Super Saiyan 2 form. But I'm gonna stand Vegeta on this. He's my glorious king. Vegeta is a better representation of Super Saiyan 2 because of the way he carries himself with that form. I cannot go against him on that. I gave my speech, my little argument for it earlier. So we're gonna kind of glaze over this a little bit. But yeah, definitely going Vegeta on my pick. This is the first L take. Well, it's not even an L take. It's an L take in my opinion, but it's a W take for the casuals for sure. Super Saiyan 3, best represented by Goku. Um, I so I guess we're gonna choose Goku because nobody else has fucking done it. We haven't seen anybody else in Super Saiyan 3 yet except for Gotenks, and let's be fucking honest, Gotenks was not near as epic as fucking Goku. There's no way. Goku fucking trolled the entire Majin arc because of this fucking transformation. Gotenks used Super Saiyan 3, lost in one episode, and then got absorbed. There's nothing epic about that. So, that being said, Goku takes the W, and so does Game Rant on Super Saiyan 3. Let's move on. The Divine Super Saiyan God form. All right, Super Saiyan God. This is going to be good. Super Saiyan God has now shown up twice. Vegeta had his reveal during the Broly movie. Goku had his reveal during the Battle of Gods movie. Two different movies, two different reveals of the form. Which one do I think is better? Honestly, I'm gonna preface this. Vegeta is my glorious king. He is always gonna be my glorious king. However, we don't get to see Vegeta attain this form. We do get to see him use it, but we don't get to see him attain it. I think if we got to see how Vegeta attains this form, then that would have done wonders for his character, and he would have taken this pick for me. But because we saw how Goku attains it and we saw how Goku uses it, I think this form favors him more than it favors Vegeta. So I am going to choose Goku. I'm going to agree with Game Rant. W take on Game Rant. I'm locking in Goku for 500. Mm. Super Saiyan Blue best represented by Vegeta. Oh shit. Okay. So this is the first one that I think is gonna set the fucking comments on fire. Shout out to you guys in the comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all that shit. And yeah, do me a favor and fucking give me some money, please, so I can replace this mic and get a better mic. Okay. So, wow. I did not expect them to choose Vegeta. I ain't gonna lie. I thought they were gonna choose Goku on this. So we're gonna actually see what the reasoning is. Just as with the Super Saiyan God transformation, Goku was the first person to unlock and use this form on screen. However, Vegeta would be the one to steal the spotlight when it came to Super Saiyan Blue, especially how unexpected it was when he used it, since everyone was convinced Goku being the favorite to defeat the villain. Instead, Vegeta showed this awesome transformation and proceeded to beat the pulp out of Frieza. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Rival Frieza? Okay, W take. W take. Listen, listen. They're not rivals. Frieza is his enemy. You could also say to a degree that there is a bit of pent up aggression between the two. You could also even argue further that they are both playing tsundere and they are both fight sexual for one another. I would also accept that argument. The tension is there. We all feel it. We all know it. But rival? No, I'll not have this. Now, this line right here that they're quoting. That's right. You had no idea, did you? I've been a Super Saiyan for years, and now I too have the power of a god. That fucking line was fucking. Yeah. It was epic, dude. It was freaking epic. That freaking line sold me hard on that movie because I ain't gonna lie, I was just flowing through the motions on that movie. There, I wasn't all that excited. I wasn't that captivated by it. But when Vegeta just floats down and then he just freaking that freaking godly fucking music hits, and then the kind of particle-ish effect of Vegeta turning into Super Saiyan Blue. Oh my god. Yo, I will glaze my glorious king to the end for that transformation. And let's look at the last paragraph here. Since then, Goku and Vegeta have usually been given as much importance in arcs regarding Super Saiyan Blue. However, Vegeta has the superior, more iconic design of the two, which really puts him as the better representation of Blue, which is further exaggerated by his evolution of the form. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I like it. I like their reasoning. They had solid reasoning for this. And is my glorious king. I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree. Vegeta takes Super Saiyan Blue. Now there is a I will say, there is an argument to be made for Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, but I will say right off rip, if it is on this list, it is not a fucking transformation. Super Saiyan Blue is the transformation. Kaioken is a technique used on top of Blue. That is it. It is not a transformation in itself as one. That's it. They're two separate things. Okay? So I will immediately completely I will completely deny that if it comes up on this list. All right. The legendary Berserker Saiyan 4, represented by Broly. Okay, so you only have two options here, and it's literally Broly and Kale. That is it. That is your only two options. I guess you could argue Z Broly. Uh, but what they have chosen here is the Super Saiyan or Dragon Ball Super Broly to represent this, and I would hmm, I would have to. I'm going to agree. I will say, I will say, Z Broly has the better. Let me think for a second. Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. I would argue that Dragon Ball Z Broly is more iconic, but as far as the transformation goes, who wears it better? I would definitely say Dragon Ball Super Broly wears it better than Z Broly. That might be a hot take for some of the old heads out there, but I gotta say it. I think Super Broly carries the transformation better. But as far as like what is more iconic, it's definitely gonna be it's definitely gonna be Z Broly until current Broly makes some sort of new distinction from it that we can kind of jump on. Then I think that'll change minds. But for now, I can agree. W take. W take. Let's continue. What else do we got? Oh, is that it? Looks like that's it. Two forms that didn't show up that I thought would definitely be here. Uh, yep. Two forms that I thought would show up that didn't show up was Super Saiyan Blue Evolved, which is just another Super Saiyan 3 situation where Vegeta is the only one that has it. So obviously Vegeta is going to carry the torch for it. And it is a sick transformation. It had a terrible, terrible presentation. The fact that he just randomly pulls it out against Jiren when him and Goku are about to jump him was the dumbest fucking writing I've ever seen in my life. I really hope that that guy got fired because that was a terrible writing decision. Um, he should have definitely pulled that transformation out, trying to surpass God of Destruction Topo. 100%. Vegeta should have pulled that transformation out, ascended beyond his limits to fight off Topo in his ascended state. Then that would have made that moment 10 times more epic. Replace the final explosion, that cheesy ass final explosion, which I really don't mind that much. A lot of people don't like that, but I really don't mind it that much. But I would rather have the transformation hit there, and then it would solidify that transformation a lot more. Well, actually, no, not that late. I think somewhere in the middle of the fight when Really started overwhelming Vegeta. I think that's probably when the transformation should have hit, and then he would have hit the final explosion the same way that he did. And just, I do think the callback was justified. I think the callback was cool because it really was a good showing that Vegeta is not the slouch anymore. Like he's hanging with the best of them, and he did. He hung to the very, very, very end, and then even fucking gave Goku his energy right at the end as he was falling off the fucking arena. So, yeah, don't slander my glorious king. Okay? So, definitely that form. Super Saiyan Rage, I'm glad they left off here because that was the worst form ever. Goku Black didn't come up. It is a Super Saiyan transformation, technically. It is Goku's body. Zamasu might be in it, but it is Goku's body still. So it does count as a Super Saiyan transformation. And Super Saiyan Rose is sick. Oh my god. But I still argue that fucking Zamasu should have been deleted from existence a long time ago, and it should have just been Goku Black. It would have been a much more compelling arc. But whatever. Whatever. Moving on. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope my mic quality is decent. If you have any suggestions as far as getting this to be as crisp and clear as possible, definitely let me know in the comments if you have ideas. If not, then shit. So like, comment, subscribe, all that shit, and let's try to get our numbers up because we're losing TikTok soon. So you know, your boy's gonna be converting all this content over here to YouTube. So